Hello everyone and welcome to Mr.MoFranchise. It's the beginning of Season 2 and people in Jacksonville are excited for a new opportunity under the second year of Coach Mo. Well, let's start off this season like we did last season with training camp. Here are my rules for training camp. Training camp lasts for 6 weeks and each week a random event occurs. These events could be positive, they could be negative. We take them as they come. So let's start with week 1 of training camp. The very first thing we had here was offensive position coaches. And our offensive coordinator is working with positional coaches to see some improvements. My offensive coordinator is rated a D+, so I got to improve 2 players. The first player I got to improve was Raquel Armstead. And his positional coach is rated as a B-, so I got to improve by a D5. The offensive rating that he got to improve was break tackle, and so I rolled and got a +2 for break tackle. So good job, Raquel Armstead, working with the positional running backs coach there to improve his breaking tackle. And then the second improvement I was very happy with, DJ Chark Jr. was a wide receiver that got some work with the wide receivers coach. Unfortunately, he's a C+ coach, rated-wise, and so the rating that he changed was jumping, and I rolled a +1. Week 2 of training camp. You as the head coach decide to prioritize your focus this week during training camp. What do you choose? I chose option B, working with the lead coaching staff, and I specifically highlighted the offensive coordinator. He got dinked last year because our offense was horrible, but I believe in Mendoza. So I worked with him and I improved his D+ rating to a C-, and his loyalty goes from an A- to an A. So hoping that this year with the tons more weapons that Mendoza has to work with, that we will see some progress on the offense. Week 3 was equipment time. The equipment manager is busy taking a request, and so the request that I had for a player was for the left wrist. And when I rolled to see which player it was Montre Hartage. He's my 3rd string free safety, and he chose to add black tape to his left wrist to make a political statement. And as the Jaguars organization, we fully support him in his efforts. Week 4 was the strength and conditioning coach, and he worked hard getting some players improving on their strength and conditioning. And his rating is a D- rating, so it's one of our least effective coaches. And so we get to improve 2 players by a D3. And my first player improved was Leon Jacobs. And he gets to work on his acceleration, and he improved by a +1, but the good news is that bumped him from a 72 overall to a 73 overall. And then my next player improved was Toby Weathersby. He's my 3rd string tackle, most likely a practice squad player at this point, and his toughness was improved by a +2. That brought on week 5. Week 5, my defensive position coaches were working with my players, and I'm not going to reveal them one at a time because there were 4 here, and so I've just decided to speed things up since the Steelers game was on TV. I wanted to get this recorded quickly. So my improvement number 1 was Charvarius Ward, the cornerback that I just got in free agency, and he went up +1 for power moves, which really isn't that helpful for a cornerback. My next improvement was Leon Jacobs. Again, he's back for more, and this time he went up +4 in pursuit. And so that means that he went from a 73 to a 74. So in training camp alone, Leon Jacobs has gone up 2 points, and he is battling for a starting spot with our rookie outside linebackers that we drafted. So it's interesting to see that Leon Jacobs is giving all that he has in training camp to battle for that spot. And then the 3rd improvement I have was Taven Bryan. He also went up +4 as a defensive tackle, and that bumped him up from a 79 to an 80 overall. And then my 4th improvement was CJ Henderson, my starting cornerback, and he went up +2 for zone coverage, which is very helpful for him, and so helpful that it moved him from a 75 to a 76. So this was very much a beneficial training camp week 5 for us. And then in week 6, we're back to the strength and conditioning coach again, and because, as you know from the previous week, he is a D- strength and conditioning coach, I was able to improve Dontarius Russell, my 3rd defensive tackle. He went up +2 speed. And then an interesting development, Quincy Roach, my rookie left outside linebacker in the draft that we just had, he went up 2 acceleration, which bumped him from a 70 to a 71. And it looks like we have a very healthy competition going right now for who's going to start at the outside linebacker position. And that's great to see, this battle going on in training camp. The coaches love it because it's pushing both of the players to see Leon Jacobs, Quincy Roche. Who's it going to be? We'll have to wait and see with preseason to see who wins that battle. Well, that's all I have for training camp. Next week we have preseason and then the regular season. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, smash that like button, and tell a friend that Jacksonville is starting season 2 and they are ready to go. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.